Hello, this is Andy. First of my recordings to be put online. I'm sure, like all other podcasters, they'll get better as time goes on. What to talk about? Well, I've just got my lady back from Thailand, and she's been away for 3 months. I sent her back home to see her family. She hadn't seen them in 7 years, and I thought that was long enough, so I chucked her back overseas. But she's back now, and that's all good. And she's going to help me with all of this computer bullshit. Oh, sorry, can't swear on the long. Heading out on deliveries. As you can see, I'm a main freight driver. I've got a busy day ahead. But to fill some time in while I'm driving, I hope I can share a few things with you that you'll find interesting. Let's start with any troubles that you might have in life. Pretty much they can be anything. But if you want to get past them and change your life so you're a lot more happier with who you are, where you're going, where you are, what's happening around you. The biggest thing, the best advice I can give you is to make a list, write it down, and everything on that list is going to come from you, so you can't be wrong. Take advice from other people, but don't follow the advice unless it feels right for you. But make a list of everything that you need to do, that you truly feel that you need to do for you to be happy with where you are, what you're doing. You know, set a few goals in life. Because every goal that you do set is going to have little goals that's ultimately going to lead you into achieving whatever you're going to be writing down. Because you're not going to achieve those goals straight away. There's a lot of little steps on the way that'll lead you to its conclusion to get you where you want to be. But follow that list, no matter what it costs you. You know, if you're in an unhappy marriage, you decide to leave it. I mean, you've tried everything that you can to make it work. You've talked to your wife, she hasn't come to the party, and she's judgmental and closed off to you. She's basically forgotten the very reasons why she fell in love with you. And she's not willing to put in the effort as you are by asking her, you know, what can we do to make that relationship work? What do you need from me? And I'll let you know what I need from you. If she's closed off to that, then she's given up, and you have to leave. And that should be on your list. Now, I'm generalising here, but Western women, on the whole, have no idea how to conduct themselves in a loving, thoughtful and giving relationship. They just don't. There are exceptions to the rule, but holistically, generally, they have no idea. They're only out for what they can get. And they think of you harshly and treat you harshly if you don't make any effort for them to achieve whatever goals that they have. What they want to do with their life, where they want to go. But they have no thought to you. Because on the whole, in a successful relationship, you live with somebody, okay? You marry them or you're going out with them. And you live with them, but also you'll have to live in service to your partner. Listen to them about what they want to do, what they want to get, and put in the effort to help them achieve whatever goals they have. whatever material things that they want to get. Make that effort in the relationship for them. And your love for them should fuel that need to do your best for them in the relationship. I mean, to do anything else means you're failing them in the relationship. Because ultimately, however happy that they are with you in the relationship is not up to them. It's up to you how happy they are with you. And on the flip side of that, how unhappy they are with you is also your responsibility. It's your fault. Because you're not putting in the effort to make the relationship work. See, when you put in effort for your partner, you create moments between you. And those moments sustain and enrich whatever love that you share between you. Without that effort, those moments aren't created. And whatever love that you once shared is just going to stagnate and die. And it all comes down to giving. Don't get me wrong, you have to be able to take as well. You have to allow your partner to give to you, because it's frustrating, like the partner I have at the moment. The most frustrating thing I have concerning her is that she won't allow me to give back as much as she gives to me. It pisses me off. She goes, no, you don't have to do that. Well, yes, I do. I have a deep-seated need to give back to my partner because of all of the things that she does for me and all of the ways she's there for me. She is without a doubt the most perfect woman I have ever met in that regard. And I know that our relationship is only going to get stronger. The love that we share is only going to grow because of that. Now, in saying that, if you say I love you to your partner, well, that's all good. That's great. You know? But one moment of giving, without any thought of getting anything in return, that moment of giving, that showing of your love for that person, not telling, showing, is worth 1,000 I love you could ever possibly say. In that person's mind and in their heart, they recognise what you did for them. They see the effort you put in, and they appreciate you all the more for it. And that fuels their own desire, well it should, for them to give back to you. Unless you're a Western woman, and they just totally disregard any effort you make. Generally. But there are exceptions. But they're very few and far between. My advice to guys out there, and I think they call them passport bros, they have the right idea. The Western women have been indoctrinated into thinking a certain way and behaving a certain way, and thinking that it's okay to treat their men like shit. It's the way things are at the moment in the Western world. And birth rates are going down because of it. Marriages are going down because of it. Successful relationships are going down because of it. The only thing that's increasing in that regard is the divorce rate between Western women and their partners. And that's a sad story in today's society. I am all for helping women achieve their goals. Women in the workplace, that's great. I'm a bit of a traditionalist when it comes to kids. I feel that women can work, but try to work from home. Look after the kids at home. Because when you hand your kids off to a daycare centre so you can go back to work, all of the thoughts and values your child is picking up from that stranger, not from you. I mean, you want to be a mum to that kid, or a dad to that kid. They want you want them to learn from you on how to be a great person. But they're not learning that from the parents anymore. They're learning it from the people at the daycare centre. they really aren't your kids anymore because they're being raised by somebody else for 8 or 9 hours a day. Your kids are learning from a stranger, from somebody else, and they're learning from the other kids in the daycare centre. And if you've got bad parents teaching them bad habits, your kids are going to pick up those bad habits. And it's so hard to unlearn something at that age. So be a stay-at-home mum, be a stay-at-home dad. I mean, I was a stay-at-home dad for about 6 months while my partner was in training at Tech, learning how to get some qualifications to, so she can work. And that was the most enjoyable time with my kids. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of work. I understand the work involved in raising a kid. But I feel that men, when it comes to doing the housework, juggling the time spent doing that with looking after the kids, I think men are better at it than women. And is that a sexist comment? Probably. What the hell are you doing? I'm trying to merge into a lane and there's a car coming up on my outside. A lot of bad drivers. Oh yeah. Where was I? I digress. Oh yeah. Staying at home as a parent. I wasn't working from home, I just stayed at home. I was doing all the housework for everyone because we weren't the only ones in the house. I was doing all the washing, preparing the meals, cleaning the house, all the things that involve looking after a home. But men are better at housework than women. And I'll tell you why. See, when a woman does housework, she's doing the washing, she's doing the washing up, doing the dishes, she's vacuuming, she's wiping things down. Because when you have toddlers, you don't just have to wipe down the surfaces of the things that adults can reach. You have to wipe down all the surfaces that the little kids can reach, like the skirting board around the edge of the rooms. That's usually covered in dust. I mean, have a look at your own skirting. You see the truth of my words there. They're probably filthy. You have a look at it. And I used to get everything there done. But women, they do 2 or 3 things, or even 3 or 4 things all at once. And it takes them twice as long to do all of those tasks because of that. Now men, they do one job, finish it, done, get on to the next thing. And getting through that list of chores as a house person, guys get through that list a lot quicker because they don't try to juggle 3 or 4 jobs at once. You do one job, you do it very well, you get on to the next thing, and before you know it, all the housework is done, all the washing's done. You've prepared the evening meal at lunchtime, so all you have to do is heat it up. You don't have to cook in the evening. You do that preparation at lunchtime. And come midday, the rest of the day, until people start coming home at 4 or 5 o'clock. So for 4 or 5 hours, that time is yours to enjoy with your kid. You take them out into the world, take them to the park and show them the world. Teach them about trees and birds, show them the leaves, show them the world and teach them. And that was my day, most days, when I was home hubbing. Best job in the world. Women have got the best kept secret for years and years and years, and now a lot of women don't learn how fulfilling looking after the kids at home is, and providing that care and attention to your partner in your life and to your kids. It's so invaluable that your children learn from you instead of a daycare centre. My God. all of the bad habits that you see your kids displaying, wondering where the hell did they learn that? You know exactly where they learned it. They learned it at daycare, either from the adults teaching them, because kids are like a sponge when it comes to learning behaviour, learning new things. And they learn and show you what they've learned, and you're wondering what the hell's going on. Well, it's your fault. You put them into daycare. They're not learning from you, they're learning from everyone else. Once again, if I could go back to being a house hubby, looking after the kids, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. No problem having my lady go out and earning them other money. I wouldn't feel emasculated. I'd feel honoured. I'd feel lucky to be living a life of a house husband. But a big regret of my life when it comes to the partner I have now, Tan, is that I didn't meet Tan 30 years ago. She is, without a doubt, the most precious thing in regards to a partner that I have ever found. She shows me she loves me every single day in dozens of ways. She tells me also, but it's more important that your partner show you how much they love you, how much you mean to them. There's a little test for you guys out there. Ask your partner, when was the last time you think I showed you I loved you? Not told you, showed you, and I mean outside of the bedroom. Even though inside of the bedroom is a correct way to show how much you love them. But I'm talking outside the bedroom. You ask them that question, and if they can't think of anything in the last 2 weeks about how you've shown that you love them, not told them, shown, and you can't think of anything either, then I'm sorry to say that you are in a dysfunctional relationship. And you're just killing time until you break up. What the hell are you together for? Do you look forward to seeing that person at the end of the day? Do you say goodbye to them in the morning instead of pulling them in for an embrace and a kiss goodbye? Because people will be wondering, what do you mean by show? I'll tell you how. When your partner is passing you in the hallway, grab hold of them, push them up against the wall, and give them a passionate embrace and kiss. Then release them and walk away from them, carry on down the hallway, looking at them over your shoulder with a little cheeky grin. Letting them know, without actually saying it, that they still float your boat, that you're still into them, that you love them, that they turn you on. That's one way. That's another one. You could sit on the couch together in each other's arms as you watch a movie instead of sitting in your own chair. That's another one. Holding each other's hand as you're driving along. Don't give me this 2 hands on the wheel rubbish. When you're manoeuvring, yeah, 2 hands on the wheel. But if you're going along and it's all tickety-boo, it's all calm and nothing's happening, yeah. Just hold your partner's hand. It's a simple expression that you want to be close to them without actually saying it. What are other ways you can show your partner? Making them a meal. Having dinner ready when they get home. When they walk in the door and they're grunting and groaning a little bit, and you can see that they have a sore back from a hard day's work. You say, look, dinner can wait for a few minutes, get your butt in the bedroom, I'm going to give you a massage. And then proceed to do so. Because you can see that they have a need of one. They've had a long, hard day, their back is sore. And you're going to step up and be there for them. You're going to show them that their needs are important to you. That you love them enough to make that effort for them. And to relieve that sore, aching back. You express your love. It's not hard. Your partner should be returning that, and not just be a taker. But like I said, Western women are takers, they're not givers. And if you comment that you are a giver, if you place a comment down below, tell me what you did. Explain how you showed your partner that you love them without actually saying it. We'll see how many women out there are living their lives like that. And I'm telling you, Western women are very guilty of not returning love and affection to their partners. And they wonder why their guys cheat on them. They're not looking for sex, even though some are, because Western women, they starve their husbands of physical intimacy. And then they wonder why their husbands cheat on them, or their partners cheat on them. But it's not just the physical act that men desire from another woman, it's the level of emotional intimacy that's missing from their lives that they need. If you're not providing that, if you don't satisfy that need in your partner, because everyone wants to feel wanted by their partner. Everyone can feel needed. You know, everyone can feel needed. But wanted by their partner, that's a big one. If you don't make your partner feel wanted, if you don't make that effort for your partner, then they start to feel like you think they're not worth your effort. You think that they're not worth your effort because you're not making any. And they start to feel worthless inside and a little desperate for the love and affection that you should be expressing. And it comes to a point where they confide in a friend, probably a female friend, who sees how great a partner you are for that woman. And she hears the pain in your voice, and her heart goes out to you because she knows how great a partner you are for her. But you're asking her, you're venting and asking advice from that lady about what you should do to get his partner to open up, to be there for him in all of the ways that he wants and needs her to be. Ways that she's not. She sees how great a partner you are, and she makes overtures into satisfying those needs that she sees in you. She wants to be there for you. I mean, you're a great person. She sees how great a partner you are. If she's alone, she wants that for herself. She wants you to be there for her in all of the ways that she sees you being there for your wife, your partner. And you are not strong enough psychologically because of your depression, and emotionally because of the apathy and indifference your partner's showing you emotionally. You feel emotionally compromised, down, depressed emotionally and psychologically because of your depression, because of the situation you find yourself in. And you're not strong enough to push that woman away, and so you end up cheating on your partner. And I'm here to tell you, your infidelity that you've just committed is not your fault. 100% that is the fault of your partner who's failed you in every way a partner can fail you. She sowed the seeds of your infidelity, and she tilled the soil with every moment of derision, of complaint, of mistrust, of negative comments, of putting you down. Every time you tried to give a positive opinion or tried to do something positive, she cut your legs out from under you to bring you down, to keep you small. Because basically she's a narcissist. She can't see you succeed. She is the only one who wants to succeed in the relationship. She wants to keep you pushed down, pressed down, keep you small and controlled. That's what makes it her fault, 100%, that you cheated on her. A lot of people won't agree with that. That's fine. But that doesn't change the truth of my words. Now, a lot of guys are listening to this, hopefully, and they see what I'm trying to say. Because I've lived through it. And my infidelity is 100% my partner's fault. 100%. Because of all of the ways that she treated me and didn't treat me. She is a narcissistic personality. And when you find yourself in a relationship with a person who's conducting herself that way, or himself that way, get out. Make a decision for your own happiness and end the relationship. My advice to you, before you do that, file custody of any kids that you have before you end the relationship. Guys, file for custody. I made the mistake of not doing that. I wish I could go back. Because my partner did that. She filed for custody and then she asked me to leave. And why did she do that? Well, I cheated on her, but she wasn't ready to say goodbye to me yet. She filed for custody. And I think what tipped her over the edge to ask me to leave, to end the relationship, is I started to become more argumentative. I started to stand up for myself, talk back to her. And that, for a narcissist, is unacceptable. That is time to go after that. And that's what happened. I stopped allowing her to push me around, to control me in all of the ways that she had before. So make those hard decisions for yourself, for your own happiness. Make a list, write it down so it's a physical thing you can hold in your hand and read that list. And say, how can I achieve all of those things that are going to lead me to my own personal happiness? And stick to that list. The list isn't wrong, it came from you. And no matter what it costs you, professionally or personally, to achieve all of those things you've laid down on that list, get them done. Because at the end of that road, at the end of your journey into accomplishing everything on that list, you will find your happiness. But never again compromise what you want in a relationship. Place demand, well, not demands, I say demands. And there's expectations in a relationship. But communicate with your partner. When you find a new partner, lay it all down. Talk about your last relationship and all of the reasons why you ended it, or made her end it. And it'll be like a little insight and for her not to follow that same path. But if you want a successful relationship, become, as they say, a passport bro. find yourself a woman from the old world. They're not stupid, not desperate. They just hold traditional values. Where women are still women. And they are stronger because of it. They are better women because of it. Women today, Western women today, are throwaway women. You can use them and abuse them, and then go on to the next one. And they're okay with that. They don't, because they treat men like that. They like bad boys. They don't like nice guys. Get yourself an Asian woman, or a woman from the old world, who appreciate all of the things that you can bring to a relationship, because they will, and they will respond and reflect the love and the commitment that you show them back at you. It's the only way to go. And 2 or 3 generations down the line, the Western women are going to be so diminished in numbers, it's not going to be funny. It won't be funny, and they're going to come to a realization and a change in mindset that they're going to have to fundamentally change how they think about men and the importance in their lives. They won't like it, but they're going to have to do it, or else they're going to be alone for the rest of their lives, from the start of their life to the end of it. Because guys are wising up. They're getting wise to Western women. They're just not worth it. Today's Western woman just isn't worth it. All of the heartache and costs and effort to try and make a relationship work, that's just not going to work, because she's not returning the level of effort that you are putting into the relationship. Like I've said, Western women have no idea how to conduct themselves in a loving, thoughtful and giving relationship. And even if they do know it, they choose not to behave that way. Because men are toxic. They're just not worth that effort. Give me a break. You get what you deserve. You deserve nothing because you give nothing. Western women, they give nothing. Except heartache, frustration, thoughtlessness. Experiences. Right, this will be the end of my first podcast, or whatever the hell you call it. And I'll see you on the next one. Got a busy day today of deliveries, and another one tomorrow. But it's good to be busy. Makes the day go fast. The fast of this day is over, and I'm back with my last and greatest love. Better I like it.